live. Okay. So here we go. Here we go.
Hey, brothers and sisters. What's happening, everybody? I want to say hello to brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, aunts and uncles, cousins, first cousins, everybody who's out there, grandmothers and grandfathers. We got a great show tonight, folks. I mean, I say, Gene and Fran, you better put your seatbelt on because Brother Killer Joe has more energy than Superman, Batman, the Flash, and the Green Lantern all in one.
Oh, I like it.
So, yes. I mean, you know, this phones are going to probably explode. The computer's going to blow up. Everything's going to happen. Tonight we have my buddy, a man that's amazing. He's incredible. He has a voice like you can't believe. Plays constantly everywhere. Let's have a big hand for Brother Killer Joe, also known as the bodyguard of the blues, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Welcome, Joe. Welcome, Joe.
Great to be here, you guys. This is great. This is great.
Who wants to ask Joe the first question?
You could start since he's your guest. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going to start. All right.
Yeah, well, Mayor Rock and Roll. Go ahead. Go, Mayor.
Joe's got a lot of things going on. He's got the movie Don Q coming out soon, November 1st, streaming. Oh. And that's a big cast. You know, I'm on the side. I'll let you, Joe, tell you all about that in a minute. But also, he's constantly playing. I don't know how he does it, but he does like more gigs than the Beatles. I mean, it's like every night you look on Facebook, and every day they're playing at this place, playing at that place, playing at that place, playing at this place.
Like, you can see our careers were a little different.
Yeah. What happened, Sal? You're on the couch. He's going this way, and you're going that way. Only
man, oh man, I don't have the energy like Brother Joe. I mean, you know, I'm like Robin. He's like Superman, Green Lantern, and the Flash all in one. I'm Robin, man. I'm wearing the tights on.
You're killing me.
Yeah, so no, Joe's like amazing. I mean, I've gone to his shows and the audience, everywhere he plays, he has the audience in the palm of his hand.
I really want to see this. Maybe we got to go to a show, me and you. Well, let's go, guys.
I would go to every show he does, but a lot of times it's on weekends, and that's like when I've been working and I'm running around during the week too, and picking up my daughter like I did and all that.
We'll get to you.
Yeah, but
let me know, Joe. I'll be there. I can get some people together. Absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah, Joe, tell us what's happening. I mean, you got so many things going on, movies, music.
Let's we'll go to music first. We play like Sal was saying, we play all over. We're fortunate to play a lot of really good clubs in the Nassau and Suffolk area. A lot in Jersey and New York City as well. And I'm going to be at a nice restaurant next Saturday on the 26th at a place called Prost in Garden City on Franklin Avenue. Beautiful place. So come on down to that. We start about 7:30, and I know we're playing almost every weekend right into the new year. After that, we're at Restigio's restaurant in Patchogue the following Saturday night. But it's up on the Killer Joe Facebook page. All my posters are up, and we do have a good time with the audience. Like Sal said, we have a great time. The band's great.
Oh, and he always has like really, I mean, like if he has like the saxophone player, Ariel, who's played with, you've seen him with Pat Benatar, the Jay Giles band. He has all top-notch musicians. I mean, everybody that plays with Joe, all pro.
We learned from a good friend of mine, Sal, you know, my friend Ivan Bodley, bass player, said to me years ago, he said, everybody wants to work, everybody wants to get paid, and they want to play. It's as simple as that. So you could get a like Sal just said, a world-class drummer or horn player who could be on tour, and he's in town. He goes, "Oh yeah, I want to come and play. I'll do the gig with you." Or you get basically a local guy who plays with us all the time. And like I said, main thing is we have a lot of energy, a lot of fun. And again, you can find us on the Killer Joe page, or either Instagram or Facebook. I post everything all the time, all the posters and stuff. and we have a great time. We have a great crew of musicians that we use all the time.
Oh, that's good. You know, I'm glad because now that I'm friends with you, I'm going to start posting your videos and your songs on my film page.
Yes.
And you can also, you know, periodically put stuff up there because people will follow you. I will share, and I have a lot of people on there that would be interested in coming to see you. There's a lot of blues people on my page.
Well, we're not just. I said we're a blues-based band. I'm a blues guy. However, we're a rock and roll, high energy blues band. We're really like more of a party type of band.
I like that.
But the blues is our core.
Okay.
And I can't tell you how many times I was telling Sal, friends of mine would show up at a place we're playing. Oh, we saw your post on Facebook or on Instagram. We were up the street having dinner, and they shoot over, and somebody maybe I haven't seen in about 15 years or 10 years or something. And so it's always, everybody's always on their phone anyway. So they see
right. Yeah, now that's really good. So you basically you stay on. You said Jersey, Long Island. Do you go anywhere out? Like you go to other states?
Yes, South Carolina. We do a big thing for the veterans out there, and that's a couple times a year. All of Florida, but mostly it's the tri-state area. Very, very busy in Jersey. I also work with a band with Mr. Vinny Pastor, who played Big Pussy.
Yes, I know he is.
I play in his band called the Gangster Squad. We play all over.
Okay.
And we're doing a big veteran show for them at the Wonder Bar. In Asbury Park, November 10th. And we got a lot of special guests. I can't tell you who they are. But it's a lot of special guests, and Vinny runs a great show. We got a real big lineup of all-star musicians, and so I'll be there with him, and again, with my band, all the local stuff, Nassau and Suffolk.
Is that tickets being sold, or is that on like Film Freeway or something like that?
Yeah, you could get it on the Wonder Bar website, or even because it's all donation. It's for the veterans.
Okay.
Last year we had a couple World War II veterans who came down.
Oh, nice.
It's really grown. It's a great event, and we had a couple cast members from The Sopranos show up. Also, this year is going to be hosted by Bobby Finaro from The Sopranos, and he's going to be the MC for the night. And like I said, who knows who else is going to show up? You never know.
Hey, Joe, is my good friend Eddie Testa going to be there?
Oh my God, Eddie is one of my brothers. My, Eddie and I are family.
It's like we're linked. Everybody's linked to one another. Well, Sal's linked to me. You're linked to him. I'm linked to. Oh my God.
The music, especially the music and the film community, very tight knit and small.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, it's very tight knit.
And Eddie has been working that whole Jersey Shore scene for 40 years.
Yeah, I know. I do know that. He was in our studio a couple of years ago, and I've been friends with him for a long time, but I never had him in a studio. He loved our studio. He loved being in our studio. So I'm glad to know him.
Again, he's like it's no accident you mentioned him. I know him for years, and we're very close. And I love going down there. I play with him once a year. I go down to see him, and he's running the whole show basically down there, and in Asbury and surrounding area, the Jersey Shore.
Wow, you look at that.
That's a big music area, the Jersey Shore, like Long Island. It's a lot of big music people come out.
A lot of my heart and soul is in that sound of we call it the Jersey Shore sound.
Yeah.
Of Jersey.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate enough to become very friendly like guys like Eddie Testa. And that whole crew and Southside Johnny, and of course we do a show with Little Steven every year.
Yeah,
that's Stevie Van Zandt. And,
Stevie Van Zandt, yeah.
And we do a big show with him at Christmas time. It's called the Policeman's Ball for all the families of the fallen guys.
Oh, that's really nice. That's awesome.
And it's we've been doing it. We've done over $1 million in the last 7 or 8 years for their family.
So cool.
And my band closes. Gary U.S. Bonds is the headliner. Max Weinberg Orchestra plays during dinner. It's like 40-piece Copacabana band. It's insane.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. That must be great.
We did it with Darlene Love was there one year.
Wow.
And again, it's a host of different personalities and celebrities. And we're fortunate because we get to close the show at the end of the night.
That is so cool.
And
Wow.
Joe mentioned Vinny Pastore. Not only do they do shows together, but they're like brothers. I mean,
Yeah.
Vinny Pastore and Joe are like together always. I mean, anytime
Yes.
I see them, they're always together doing something.
He,
That's he's like, he's good friends with these people, just like me. Like, we're not just in a picture, or we just play together.
Yeah, you're
We're
friends.
like family,
Well, that's what I was trying to explain before about like Eddie Test. Eddie, we became family. And Vinny, especially, like you said, he's the godfather. And we do so much work together during the year. And he basically was my lead into the whole movie game. I studied with him at HB Studios in the city. And I started doing different roles like Sal does. And I also want to point out, not because he's here, but Sal helped me immensely when I first started. He set me up on how to do background work and things of that nature. And he gave me phone numbers, and I was working a month later, just like that.
Wow, Sal.
Yeah, he got in The Irishman. He got a good scene in The Irishman.
Because of Sal, my most famous scene that I did was because of Sal.
Oh.
Wow.
And he's in the movie better than I am. I worked in the movie for days, and you don't even see me in there. And he's like, if you look at his Facebook page, there's a picture of him like this here, and that's right from the movie shot. He's like, perfect, right?
Again, due to the connection that Sal had given me, which led me to a couple things. And lo and behold, I wound up as an extra in one of the scenes with Al Pacino.
Yeah,
and they shot me with him. We did something that it was kind of an accident. And basically, in a nutshell, I'm playing a truck driver from 1957.
Wow.
It was supposed to be a big union rally in Hoboken, New Jersey, with Jimmy Hoffa. It was a very big deal at the time and the nation's history with truck drivers in the unions. And they said they wanted volume and energy at the queue. That's all right. And I'm sitting there, and they sat me right in front of where Al Pacino was standing, like right in an eye view. And I was on an aisle seat. So when he gave the cue, I put my hands up and I screamed really loud, and I scared him.
Oh, you did?
Like that. So we did the scene, and then I got tapped on the shoulder, and they asked to talk to me. And I thought I was in trouble. It's all right. I saw Al Pacino was great. I got to see see that. And they asked me, can you stand and do that with the same energy? That's what Mr. Scorsese asked, as they put it to me.
Wow.
So I said, with the same energy, I said, I could stay. I'll do this till a year from now if you want. No matter. Okay, this is my wheelhouse.
Okay. Wow.
So that wound up. They shot it, and it actually wound up in the movie, and it's a pivotal scene with the Union Rally. And the funny thing is how I found out I actually made it in, because I didn't tell anybody. I got a call that night of the premiere. I got a call from Maureen Van Zandt, Steven's wife.
Oh, wow.
And she said, and he was cursing me out because I saw you in the movie. And he made fun of me. It was really, really cool. And that's it. But I have to say it again. And not because he's here. It's because of Sal.
Oh,
Wow,
thank
Sal.
you, brother.
Sal.
I'm gonna cry. You're gonna make me cry over
The
here.
mayor of rock and roll and the mayor of movies now. What is this? What are you? The mayor of everything? The mayor of money?
Everything.
I'm going to say this, and I say this to everybody. I always say this to Sal. I'm not kidding. You need more people like him in the world. He helps everybody.
I agree 100%.
He's always, anything he can do, he'll send you connections and contacts. And in this, especially in this industry, you don't have that.
Yes,
and I'm the same way. I said, this guy's for real.
Yeah.
And I say it all the time about him. And
My heart, you're touching my heart, brother. I'm gonna cry.
Listen, don't cry. We're on Zoom right now.
I love that. I live for help. I love helping people.
No, you're right.
I live for
you're
it,
right. He is like that. He's got a big heart, and he does
I
that.
do, really. And I just love it,
And I think it sounds like that, and Vinny Pastore's like that, Stevie Van Zandt's like that. Everybody, they're just always, willing to help out where they can. Obviously,
Right.
a lot of guys getting pulled 400 ways every other 10 minutes.
You can't do everything.
No, you can't.
But you try. You know, you try. I mean, people all the time ask me, "Hey Doc, can you play my music? Can you do this?" I said, "Sure, send it to me. I'll listen to it. And will you play it? Yeah, I'll play it. No problem."
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
you're good like that.
And you know, you can't do everything, but you know what? A lot of people aren't like how it's, and that's
True.
okay too. But Sal's he's right there on the top shelf for sure.
Oh, thank you. You made my day and my night, brother.
Well, I
Well,
agree
that
with
means
you.
a
I
lot.
agree
That
with you,
really-
Joe. He is. He's a big. He's
But
great.
like that led me to studying acting in the city, and I got really interested in it. And Sal mentioned before, we got a movie I was in with Armand Asante. Was shot about 2 years ago. Is going to be streaming on all platforms November 1st, called Don Q.
Okay.
Very interesting. It's a bizarre movie. It's bizarre, but it was really shot really well.
And our good friend Chuck Zito's in there too.
Right.
Yeah,
Chuck
Vito
Vito.
also.
Okay.
I played one of Chuck's henchmen, one of his thugs, and I shot with him for 2 weeks down there, right on location, and we had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. But the movie's based on the Man of La Mancha, the Don Quixote story, hence the name Don Q, and it's bizarre. And you have to, like I said, when you watch it, knowing that story of Don Quixote will help you through the movie.
Okay. Sounds good. I want to see that. I want
Yes.
to see it. There's a premiere coming up. Is there a premiere?
It's going to be streaming November 1st on
Okay.
all platforms. I think right off the top of my head, Apple TV, and something else, some Amazon Prime.
All right. When you get all the details, just put it on my film page and I'll post it out there. Okay.
Well, it's going to be. We already started blasting it out. Everybody.
All right. Well, I'll blast it even more. I got 1.7K growing, so I'll
excellent.
get it.
We'll get it out there. And
And-
Armand's the star. Armand Asante, Vinny Pastor.
Okay.
Again, Chuck Zito, like Sal just said. And there's another movie coming out, which we shot last summer, called The Brooklyn Love Story, with Vinny Pastor and I'm trying to think, Daniel Grimaldi from The Sopranos, and that another lot of fun. We shot it in Brooklyn, and they used one of my songs in the movie,
Oh, nice.
which is really that was really a thrill. That was really.
I love when they put the real music with the movies. That's why I collaborated my page with music and movies, because it's just a great mix, because you could be a band, just a local band, and someone will see it and love your sound, and it'll be in a movie, and it's just amazing. It works out great.
What you just said was the story of. Are you familiar with the Eddie and the Cruisers movie?
I was just going to.
Yeah. Yes.
Cruisers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
We talked about that on the show already.
Yeah,
right?
that's what we did.
Yeah.
my friend who I play with, I know very well, John Cafferty, was playing in the bitter end in the 70s on Bleecker.
Oh, I know that
It's a
place.
true story. And the horn player who played Winter Newton in the movie is Michael Altoons, who's the actual horn player in the Beaver Brown Band. And they were rocking out, doing their thing. As luck would have it, or fate, Kenny Vance was walking by, heard the band, and stopped, got their information, and the rest is history. And
See?
they wound up with that soundtrack.
See, that's what I
Which
mean.
became a cult classic. It exploded
See,
when VCRs and VHS tapes hit, and the soundtrack exploded just because of that meeting.
I
Like
love
saying,
stories like that, and it happens all the time. It happens
All-
all the time.
well, Sal will tell you this. Sal, and I talk about that all the time. Everybody I know in this game, whether it be Sal or Vinny Pastor, or Stevie Van Zandt, whatever, things like that happen.
Right.
They met this guy who might have been insignificant, but all of a sudden down the road they connect to something else, and lo and behold, they're using their music in a movie or something.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And I was grocery shopping last summer, and I get a call from Vinny Pastor. All right, pick me up tomorrow morning. Blah blah blah. I got you in the movie. And I'm like, all right, So I did some fast rearranging. Next thing you know, I'm on the set, And the second day, I got my SAG card in the movie. I got eligible for that because I got I got bumped up to a character. Then they asked me for any original music, and the rest is history.
Wow.
And then they actually used my whole song in the movie.
Wow, that's amazing.
Just like that.
See, I like stories like that. I love it. That's how it should be. That's what I love about the collaboration, music and movies that happen like that. Amazing.
Right.
The thing is, I tell this to the kids, even on the set on the movie I'm talking about. I was talking to one of the extras, a young kid. I go, as long as you're in something, you're in it. Do everything you can to be in it as much as you can. All kinds of things, because that's where the magic will happen. And then you meet a guy like Sal Sercia or Vinny Pastore or this guy who can say, hey, call this person or that person. And you never know. That's the thing. And you just really, as much as use it, tread lightly so you have fun, but take it serious enough where you can become available.
Right.
Absolutely.
And thanks to technology, the director approaches me. We're on the roof having coffee or whatever. He goes, all right, you're this blues singer. You have any original music? I'm like, sure. I pulled out the phone I have right here. Sent them a couple MP3s. Next thing you know, I hear the song on the loudspeaker. I'm like, oh, that's my song. And I got the call back in February from California from one of the assistant directors. He goes, we're using the whole song. We're using it.
Wow.
And it's incredible.
That's the song you just sent me, Joe, the other day?
Yes.
It's a great song, man. It's a really good song. Energy, the recording is perfect. It's great. It's produced well, everything.
Even when we did that, now you got guys on that who Sal. I got industry heavy-hitting rock and roll guys who played on that. John Paris.
Good friend of mine, John Paris.
Who was, as you know, Sal, was Johnny Winter's bass player for many years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan Bodley, who just recently was the bass player in the Broadway show Tommy. He's one of my closest friends. He played bass. Sandy Gennaro played drums.
Another good
Sandy's
friend
a
of mine.
A good friend of yours too. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
He's
crazy.
the
Crazy.
This is 25 years ago, by the way.
Wow.
I sang and played harmonica, and the horn player was a guy by the name of a Long Island guy by Chris Laybourne. We knew him as Crispy Chicken, who passed away 4 summers ago, and he's on it. And you even hear him and me a little banter in the beginning of the song. We're kind of making fun of each other, and my other friend Val Agressini from Uniondale played trumpet. Anyways. These are hardcore rock and roll guys. Sal will tell you, Sandy was with Joan Jett and Johnny Winter and all the different
Cyndi Lauper,
80s, right?
Yep.
Cyndi Lauper.
And I had an idea for some songs. They came in at around 1 a.m. They came into this little studio we had up in Freeport, Long Island. Then here it is now. It's in a movie now, coming out in a couple weeks.
Oh, it's so cool.
That's it.
Wow.
So, but the thing is, when you're in it, what I tell this to everyone, when you're in it, that's where the magic can happen.
Yeah.
And then you connect to a guy like Sal, or Vinny Pastore. Then all of a sudden, I met one of my idols, Little Steven, and I started working with him. And it's just an incredible ride.
Right.
Yeah, but it also shows credibility because then people have a high status in that entertainment industry.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, again, it's like you see out there, and Sal will tell you this too, and I'm sure you know because you watch bands, a lot of what you call tribute acts that will dress up like, say, Led Zeppelin or the Rolling Stones. And that's great. But to have individuality and really showcase what you can do is a whole nother game.
Yeah.
Instead, I don't want to be Little Steven or Bruce Springsteen or whatever. This is what I do. That's like what Eddie Testa, that's what he does.
Right.
And all those guys down there. So if you're fortunate enough, you get a great situation where all of a sudden I'm performing right in front of Little Steven or even Sal or something like that, you never know what can happen.
Well, remember, I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
Yes, Sal, go.
No, remember the show I came to when you had Rick Derringer there.
Right.
Remember that?
Right.
Rick
Now
Derringer.
that's another perfect example. We backed up Rick Derringer in Little Italy.
Wow.
Yeah.
At a little restaurant.
Oh,
It was our friend Cha-Cha, who was the mayor of Little Italy. And we had a restaurant there, and we're connected to them. Next thing you know, we're backing up Rick Derringer and
wow.
having a ball with him, and it really connects to the story what we're saying. My guitar player Lou Carolla, we call him Big Brother Lou. His first time ever playing, he was playing Rick Derringer songs as a kid back in the 60s and 70s.
No.
And here he is trading licks with the guy right there in front of a couple hundred people in a little restaurant in Little Italy.
Dream come true.
Right. It was like, and I got a great picture of it. And I mean, just talk about full circle. So the guy's learning how to play this stuff as a teenager, 40, 50 years ago, easily, on a record with headphones on, playing it live. Very first time he ever played live, he was telling me, was Rick Derringer songs.
Yeah.
And here he is 50 years later.
Wow.
Trading licks right there in front of everybody. So that's what it's about.
Yeah. And Rick, I've known for a long time. I mean, I used to jam with Rick Derringer at Club Nirvana back in the 80s, and I would drive him home. After it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, I would drive him home. And one time, this is a true story. You're going to like this. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this one. I'm driving with Rick Derringer. We're right in the middle of Times Square, and the police pulled us over. I said, oh, it's Rick. I said, oh, no. So they come over. I said, did we do something wrong? He said, no, we just noticed Rick Derringer, so we had to pull you over and get
Oh,
his
that's
autograph.
so funny.
They wanted his autograph. I thought they pulled us over because we looked stoned or something,
Yeah.
or drunk, but we weren't drunk. And they said, we pulled you over because I saw Rick Derringer. I said, we got to get his autograph. And the cops wanted his autograph.
Oh God,
True
Rick Derringer. I
story.
grew up with Rick Derringer music. I loved Rick Derringer. Oh my God.
Hang on, Snoopy.
Oh my gosh.
And,
Classic. He wrote that.
Yep.
Wow.
And they're just like, when you meet them, because you have hero status for these guys, the superheroes.
Yeah.
And then you realize you're drinking coffee with them, or you're hanging out, and you say, I said this to someone the other day. I said, everybody you meet like this are just regular people from somewhere,
Yeah.
from something,
Right.
who
Right.
did some extraordinary things.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. If
Right.
you get, I had a chance to talk to Bruce Springsteen once, or again, Little Steven. I go right to him. They just love playing rock and roll like Sal does and like I do. They just loved it. And the thing is, they stayed with it. That's all they knew, and they didn't want to know anything else. They didn't want to go to work.
Right.
They were making, back then you could make a living doing this, a
Yeah.
decent living.
Yeah.
And I'm talking at being 17, 18, 19 years old and doing it. And it was a different place and time. And they stayed with it. And then that's where the magic then connects. You meet this guy who then gets you a meeting with the record label guy. And then somebody else comes along with ideas. And it just, that's the ride. But the second you give up on that, it don't exist anymore at all.
But there was a lot of clubs in those days, the 70s, the 60s, even the 80s, 90s. The clubs were out there where people can show themselves and get out there and meet new people. You don't
Right.
see that much right now. It's like,
Well,
I don't see that anymore.
That's interesting. But you want to know something? I had this. I was in one of my guys runs a gym. You know Jimmy Moran, right, Sal?
So,
Guitar player.
That-
Sal's not there. Sal's not there right now. I think he might have got a phone call. He got a phone call probably.
Got kicked out.
Yeah.
One of my guys is Jim Moran, great guitar player, runs a gym on Bleecker Street for the last 15, 20 years. And I was down there to see him a few weeks back. And Bleecker Street right now is still happening. All
oh,
these years. And Bleecker Street is still happening. It's still alive. And I was explaining to somebody who saw me play, and then we were talking about the harmonica and then the energy and all that. I go, what you do is you got a room, you get electricity, you can play. That's it's simple as that. And
Yeah.
you bring what people want to hear or what they don't want to hear or whatever that energy is. You bring that.
right.
So if you go down to Jersey, the scene is just as hot as it was back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Might even be hotter right now. I don't know. I wasn't there for the early times. But wherever you go, you bring that. So
Yeah.
in a room, and I was like, all right, the room's really not happening, whatever. You plug in, your band is there. Before you know it, you're making friends with everybody and have a big party.
Right. Your energy brings
You create that scene.
Right. The energy brings everybody in
Thank you.
around. Right. No,
So
you're right.
The clubs change. You know, it's the bar business. The clubs, they're here, they're there, they're gone, they're back.
Yeah.
There's always something. But the thing is, that if you stay in it and you connect with the right people, you start booking these things, and you keep getting booked more and more. Then there's the private parties we do all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
And you just keep moving.
Right.
And next thing you know, you're playing with Gary U.S. Bonds or Little Steven or one of those guys.
Yeah, because like years ago in Greenwich Village, I used to hang out a lot in the village, and you'd see Blondie walking around, and you'd see so many. The Ramones, I knew the Ramones from Forest Hills. I actually hung out with a few of them, friends of mine, when they were playing in their garage.
Well,
and I didn't even know who they were in those days. They were like jamming the garage, and it'd be like, oh, wow.
Here's the thing. Sal could say this too. Just a few years ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago, there was someone playing in the bitter end in front of 6 people. Her name was Lady Gaga.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm playing piano with a pickup band.
See?
So see what I'm saying? The more it changes, the more it stays the same.
Yeah.
And so what you're saying, when Blondie was walking down the street, no one knew who she was.
No.
At that time.
But she would go into a club and sing, and she was just like nobody. And she would bring the crowd in because she had so much energy. It was like, who is this chick? I said, I saw her once, and I said, who is she?
Well, that's what basically I'm trying to bring out. It has nothing really to do. Really, it's nice. You know, the city's great. Manhattan's great. You bring that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and again, you mentioned the Ramones. The Ramones were laughed at when they first hit. And they changed the world. They created what we know as punk rock and roll right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They created it right there in the village.
Wait, you know, you guys look at the shirt I'm wearing. Most of those bands that we're talking about all got discovered at CBGB's.
Yeah, CBGB's.
Absolutely true. Yeah.
That's right. I mean, the first band that got discovered at CBGB's was a band called Television, and they got a major record deal.
Richard Wood. Right.
Yeah, then it was the Ramones and the Talking Heads and Blondie, Iggy Pop. They all started getting signed out of record company executives were going to CBGB's like every night trying to find new acts, and they were signing everybody in those days. I played at CBGB's in 1982, but by that time it was like already, you know, it was like the not the same as like, because you got to remember the punk rock was 78, 79.
Yeah, the 70s. Because
late 70s.
Yeah.
So by 82, it was already. I mean, it was still cool and everything, but I lost myself. Like I'm trying to explain what I'm trying to say. In 82, I mean, it was still. Huh?
But like I said, Fran was saying that before. It's got to start somewhere.
Right.
Remember, what you're talking about was the heyday of CBGB's or whatever. Even the Jersey Shore. Yep. Jersey Shore was a vacation spot.
Yeah.
Now, everybody go right away. When I say Jersey Shore, you think Bruce. Okay. But there was a time there was no such thing.
Southside Johnny.
Southside, thank you. And we can go on and on. The point is, they created something there that became this explosive thing. That's where I'm at. Basically, what I'm trying to say. So if I put a band together with Sal for tomorrow night, and we go into a place in Levittown, it's this, the place is that, whatever. There's electricity. There's the drummer. There's a guitar player. Me and Sal, bum bum bum, and we'll have that place going crazy within 12 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it. Now it's a scene. All of a sudden.
And whenever I go see Joe play anywhere, I can't even. As soon as I walk in the door, he is already pulling me up on the stage. I can't even get 2 steps into the door. He's ready, grabs me by the arm, and pulls me up on the stage.
Tommy Ochi from Florida said that CBGB's is now a high-end clothing store.
Can you see that?
Oh,
yeah,
it is. You're right. Yeah, high-end clothing. You're right. Yes, Thomas, you're right.
We just played down there, Fran, a few months back at the Barry Electric. You know what that is, right, Sal?
Yeah, I know where.
Yeah.
And it's right next door to where CBGB's was, and I saw it. And we took a picture of it. It's this high-end
Bowery,
right?
And there was the Limelight back in those days.
Sure.
The Limelight was another great place I played.
But like I said,
it
reinvents itself. Because if you just go back, well, that was that moment in time. Now there's this moment in time, and that's what you gotta say to yourself. Well, where do I stand in this? What do I want to do? What do I got to say?
Right. I think it's so much more different. I mean, you go back in the old days, you had record companies and movies. I mean, back in the 60s and 70s, could you imagine being in the movie? I thought you know, if you saw somebody on television on Channel 2, it was like, wow. But these
Yeah.
days, it's different. I mean, there's people making independent films. You
Right.
end up working with some big Hollywood movie stars in an independent film. You know, I did that. You know, you work, and like me, I worked with William Forsythe, Frank Vincent.
Sure.
These are guys that are like, oh my God, you know,
Icons.
right.
The thing is, again, you know, we talked about, I'm a huge fan of technology. And I'm not the most technical guy in the world. I do everything off my phone. And I do as good as I can. But because of that, again, I text Sal. Sal, what do you know about this background work? I just always started doing it. Okay, Joe, call this guy. Boom. But next thing you know, you're downtown signing up, and a month later, you're in a movie.
Yeah.
It's everything's the speed of light, and I like that. Now I was just telling my girlfriend earlier today, and Sal can attest to this. Back just a few years ago, you wanted to put posters up. You went out with a staple gun onto poles all over town. Just come and see my band.
That's it. Yep.
That's it. Now you make a little poster. You pull over, make a little poster on your phone. They come out great as anything. They come out cool, and you blast it out, and 8,000 people see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And on that note, we got to give a shout out to my friend Paul Ali, who created the great poster.
Oh, yeah.
For tonight's show.
That's a
Great
beautiful
poster.
poster.
Thank you, Paul.
Paul,
Great
I hope-
song.
He's probably watching right now. Paul.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Paul.
Paul,
was
for that.
cool.
That was, and Paul put my song on there, which I was really excited about
That was
because
nice.
I never
Yes.
expected that. But I want to make a comment about, you were talking about some movies and independent films, and I'm working with people that try to get funding for films and film companies and stuff like that on the other side of this. And their lowest budget independent film is $29 million.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
When have you ever heard of an independent film?
That's crazy.
29 million with maybe
That's crazy.
3 stars. That's it.
Wow.
That's great. That's just absolutely crazy.
And that's independent. That's crazy.
Independent, right? And that's and they're non-SAG actors.
That's
But here-
crazy.
Here's
see-
the thing.
These days, did you ever hear that movie called Tangerine?
Yes, I
Yes.
have.
It was done with a iPhone 5, the whole movie, and it won all kind of awards. You can look it up. It's called Tangerine.
Tangerine, yeah.
And the guy made the whole movie with his iPhone 5.
With his phone. I heard about that. That's what I heard. Right.
And it just goes to show you could get a big Hollywood movie with $50 million budget,
Yeah.
and it doesn't do anything. And a movie like that did with his phone, wins all
Yeah.
kinds of awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it goes to it all goes. You can get stuff to the crowds. You can get stuff to the masses.
Yeah.
Like me and Sal go, hey, we got this great song, whatever. Me and Sal working it out, and we go like Sal mentioned. There's really no record deals the way they were, but you say, well, oh, okay, it's this or it's that. We could put it on YouTube and get a whole other fan base that has
So
nothing
true.
to do with these guys because they're deciding. So you, at least if my whole thing was let people decide.
Yeah.
Hey, I like this, or I don't like it. Okay, and that's all right. But you put that in the hands of just 1 or 2 people, it gets dicey. It gets weird.
Well, you know, the distribution has changed a lot with music and films and stuff too. So, well, you have to put it in one company, and that'll take care of all the formats everywhere
Yeah.
for just a small price compared to before, where you had to go each one and
Mhm.
hope they would pitch it out.
I
Go
always
by the algorithms and stuff like
Right.
that now.
I said like to the same thing. It's just like when something really hits, it hits good. You can't stop it. It just grows.
Yeah.
It's like when something tanks. It's like the Titanic at the bottom of the sea. Titanic.
Right.
Fine.
Right.
It's just done. It's not. No matter what you do, you're not going to save it. But at least with the stuff we have now, with whatever YouTube and Facebook and all that, you can get a live thing out. Get some feedback, and then maybe someone will see it and say, "Hey, look, like you just said
Yeah.
before, man." Say, "Hey, I really like your sound. Would you be interested in this or that, or doing this party or something?"
Yeah.
Look at the singer in Journey, the guy that's there now. He was
Right.
on YouTube.
No, actually,
Arnell
he
Pinette.
got
Arnell, you're talking about Arnell?
Yeah. There's the Asian guy.
yeah.
Journey
You know
was-
how I know Neil Sean. I used to hang out with him at the club called
Yeah.
Heartbreaks. And you know how he found this guy, the singer, on MySpace, Remember MySpace?
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta remember that.
MySpace, and
You really get
Neil Sean contacted him, and the guy thought it was a joke. He said, yeah, right. This is not-
Yeah,
I'll play
that's what I
for-
heard.
And he actually said, "Give me a number, I'll call you." And he called him. He saw him on MySpace, and he ended up being in the band Journey.
There you go.
Yeah, well now he's the lead singer. He took over Perry.
Could you
And I
imagine?
love him. I follow Journey. I love Journey. And I
Yeah.
went to the concert. I closed my eyes. I was like, shit, this guy's so good.
Yeah, he was in
Amazing.
a Journey cover band. He was in just a Journey cover band,
Yeah.
and his voice was recognized by Neil.
Oh my gosh.
Now, based on what you just said, Fran, and what Sal just pointed out, without technology or MySpace or YouTube or anything,
Yeah.
this don't exist.
Yeah.
And
No.
the same thing happened to Foreigner too with Kelly Hansen. He took over, Lou Graham's position
Right,
as the lead singer,
right.
and
right.
Mick Jones just heard him out somewhere.
Yeah.
On YouTube or whatever.
I
Yeah.
love it. I think that the technology really helps people like myself, Sal, and people like that, because it gives you that much more muscle and speed to get stuff out there. I picked up 2 gigs today, just on text alone. I pull over, bing, bing, bing. I put the text out. I made a poster, and it's out, and we're good. And we got a band together, and we're ready to go. That's it.
Wow.
No phone calls, no going around. Me and Sal going to every pole all over Long Island and shooting nails into poles so we can get our
Well, sending the cards out. You're giving your cards out and going
Oh,
to
forget about it.
promotions.
Fran, that was a few years ago.
It feels like it was 100 years ago to me.
But I'm all for this, and I say again, you could go live. I'll pick up his guitar, I'll pick up harmonica,
Yeah.
listen to a little song, and send it out. And lo and behold, Neil, like you said, Neil Sean will see it or something like that. He happens to be on Facebook, and let me tell you something. I know this for a fact. A lot of them don't post stuff, but they're on Facebook and Instagram constantly.
Yes, you're right.
Rolling. Everybody is. I don't care who they are, and I seen it firsthand because I was always curious about that.
Hey,
And I
do you
was
want to
thinking-
do
And they don't
any-
always comment, and they don't always say anything, but they're watching and they're
Well,
listening.
Yeah.
Right. Or they might use an alias maybe. But they're constantly scrolling and watching. So it just
watching? They are. They actually, I have that on my page because I had someone said to me, there was a guy on your page, some guy that sang something. I had somebody put some post up. Do you know who he is? And I said, I don't know. The feed goes so fast on my page. I says,
Right.
go back on and go down. He found him. He loved him and he put him in his band. And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I got another really cool story about the Irishman. Sal knows a friend of ours who has a cable show, Johnny Potenza.
Johnny P, my man.
Big.
Oh, Johnny Potenza.
Right.
But that's
I
it.
know him too.
Now,
See? I do
Johnny
too.
had a crazy show in Staten Island. It's a lot of
You guys
fun.
are amazing.
I go with my band, but here's the thing: it's a Staten Island cable show. Somebody's seen him on it doing his thing at the desk. He wound up getting a really big spot in The Irishman in the wedding scene. A giant face close up and everything. He got paid an insane amount of money to do it, and he's Sal saw it.
Yeah.
You see him right there. It's in slow motion. It's a great shot because they seen his show on the cable show on YouTube.
Ellen Lewis is the one who saw him. Ellen
See,
Lewis.
all right. See, you know better than me. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ellen
see?
Lewis is the one who saw him. She does the casting for all those movies, Goodfellas, all the movies, great mob movies you ever saw. And she saw Johnny P's show on YouTube, and she told him, "I like your look. I'm looking for new faces because a lot of the other guys are getting really, really old. I mean, so she contacted him. As a matter of fact, I had asked him recently. I said, "Have you heard from her?" Yeah, I met her. She got mad at me because I went to her office without being invited.
Oh, you were the one. That's right. You told me that story.
I told you the story.
Fucking-
Boardwalk Empire.
You
When we
gotta
were
be
talking,
that way.
when we were talking to Michael Arborway, I told you guys the story that I went to Ellen
Yeah.
Lewis's office.
She got
Got
pissed.
mad at me. And I knew about that show before anybody.
But the thing is, I said, we send in 50 headshots, 50 times, whatever, nothing. They see this thing on YouTube, this live thing, bam. And again, when you're there, that's when the magic can happen. And then you could at least show your goods, show what you can do.
Yeah.
And Gene, let everybody know who's listening right now? All the platforms.
Yeah, sure. Well, we're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube as Hamilton Radio 1. We're also on Facebook. On my page, you're on your page. We're on your page. I'm on Joe's
iHeartRadio.
page. iHeartRadio, Alexa
Fire
and Google
Stick.
devices,
Wow.
Roku, Fire Stick,
Alexa.
TuneIn Radio, Live 365, tons of other places like Streama. Listen, 28 years I've been doing this. So we're literally everywhere. We've been everywhere all over the world 28 years ago. So
Yeah,
it's nothing new for us.
Mention to Joe. Tell Joe a few of the people like Carol Burnett.
Yeah, we interviewed Carol Burnett.
Wow.
We interviewed William Shatner.
Wow.
We interviewed tons of Engelbert Humperdinck, Connie Francis,
Dennis Dunaway.
Yes,
Alice
Alice Cooper. Right. Neil. I forget his name. Neil, he was the drummer for Foghat. I met him. Eddie Money, we met. Rick Springfield, we met. We went backstage, VIP passes. We saw Foreigner backstage, VIP. Led Zeppelin, Jason Bonham, John Bonham's son, Cheap Trick, Robin Zander, right?
My buddy.
We met all these guys, and some come to the studio. Some people that were big, some people small. The casinos, the original casinos. Ken Brady's a good friend of ours.
Oh, wow.
Harry King from the Drifters, good friend of ours. They come to our studio when they're in the area. And the Capris, the Duprees, all the great doo-wop bands from our
my sister would love that. She loves doo-wop.
Older generation.
Well, that just goes back to show what Joe was talking about, where he says you got to be in it. Once you're in it, you meet this one, you meet that one.
Just keep coming.
All connected.
So let me ask you, Joe, do you want to sing something? You want to just give us a little bit of something that you do? You got an instrument near you? You want to?
Oh, man, wait a minute. I got to play a little harmonica.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead. Knock it out, bro.
Before you
it.
start.
That reminds me of my father. Go ahead. He loved the harmonica. Go. I love this.
Before you start, I want to tell everybody that on my birthday, Killer Joe never misses my birthday. Every birthday, I wake up, I go to my phone, and there's a message from Joe. And he does like a 2-minute video wishing me a happy birthday. It's a birthday, baby. Yeah.
I love it.
It's great. And I'm like sitting there with a big smile on my face.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
He never misses my birthday.
I can't wait to hear this. I love this. This is gonna make me happy.
We'll do a little something here. A little something.
All right, yeah, let's go. Okay. I love it, Jim.
Killer Joe live. We're live on TV. We're gonna have a good time, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
There you go.
Oh, wow, that
good.
was cool, man. I love that, man.
I could listen to that all day long, man. I love that kind of old, the old.
It's raw. It's so raw.
Oh, I love it.
Awesome,
man.
Yeah, no, that's always been my ticket, because playing harmonica, you don't have to Sal plays guitar and piano and stuff. You don't have to plug anything in. You don't have to bring an amp. You just right here. It's in your pocket, and you say, "Okay, go on the mic," and bam, and you just get the right key, and that's that. And the rest.
My father loved it. My father had 3 harmonicas. And every time we were over there, he would just pull out and start and sing, just go crazy with the harmonica. And my son, when he was a baby, he gave him a harmonica. And I said, that's what you just brought back my father and me. And I wanted to cry because that was amazing.
Well, that's the spirit of it. Exactly.
I love it.
But that's how I met Gary Bonds, Gary U.S. Bonds. I went to see him remember BB King's in New York City?
Yeah.
And I'm in there, and there he is. He's meeting everybody, doing a little meet and greet. It's a Wednesday night. It's rainy. It's really not a packed house. And I went up to him and I was like, I couldn't even talk because I'm so, such a giant fan of his at the time. I was like, I couldn't even talk. So I showed him, I played harmonica. Next thing you know, I'm on stage. He brings me on stage to play with him.
Oh, wow.
On the third song. And that started a relationship with him. He became one of my godfathers. I recorded for him. And I played harmonica for him. And he produced one of my songs.
That's nice.
That I sang on. And so it's, it's just, again, that the harmonica could do that, because you could get up at any given time with no time Very.
Oh, I love it. And harmonicas, let me tell you, when they get involved with anything, it's like it just
Yep.
takes the house down, brings the house. I could just listen to that because you can go
Well,
from one
Fran,
level to another, and it's
Fran, here's what
amazing.
we do, Fran. Here's what we do. You come out and see us play, and I'll dedicate a song to you, and in the spirit of your dad who played harmonica.
Oh, I'll
Aw,
cry.
that's
Oh,
We'll do that, and you come out and see what we do, and
I definitely am.
you take it from there. And like I said, it's just a very very strong family atmosphere. It's a lot of fun, and the music is lively, and we do all the classic rock and roll stuff.
Oh yeah,
The blues
and a lot of rhythm and blues too. You guys
Right.
do everything, oldies.
What?
Yeah,
When are you
definitely.
gonna do Patchwork? Because I can. Yeah, we should go to Patchwork.
Joe, do you have any gigs coming up during the week or only weekend?
Only weekend, Sal, right now. Summertime I did.
Mhm.
I had some, the big shows, because you do the outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
But now it's all Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, Sal, you're a big wig over there. Take a day off.
I know.
Use a personal day or a
He's
vacation.
off on a Friday. Aren't you off on a Friday, Sal?
Friday, yes,
So
Friday, but
Friday we can do it. I can do it on Friday.
definitely
most-
Fridays.
Most of my gigs are Saturday nights.
Right.
All right.
However, we'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
And the Patchwork show is going to be a big deal. That's a good one. Now that's a perfect example of what Sal and Fran and Wajir were talking about. Somebody was videotaping me. I was playing in Captree all summer, and some individual sitting there with his iPhone taping me all night, videotaping everything. Next thing I know, Sunday morning I'm here, and I get a call from this club that I'm playing 2 weeks. They saw the video, and they said, "We want your band," and blah blah blah,
See?
and there we go. So based on what you just said, Fran.
See? All right. So let me know. Patchwork, Sal, we got to make it happen. We got to go see the Patchwork one because Patchwork rocks anyway.
Oh, I love going to Patchwork. My friend
Yeah.
Beneducci, we used to go to the barbecue.
I have
Uh,
a ton of people
yeah.
over there,
Yeah.
friends out there, so I can get a whole big crowd coming too.
You know the place barbecue?
Yeah.
Where my friend Bobby Nathan did the open mic jam. I used to go every Wednesday night and get up and sing.
You know what?
And you see, talking about carrying the harmonica, I'm like I play guitar, I play bass, and I just go there and sing. I don't feel like carrying anything no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though guitar
That's
feels
what
too heavy.
made it so easy for me. Because again, but when I was really just really getting back into it, because I was away from it for so many years, I would just go drive down to Bleecker Street in New York City, and just go walk around, see who have a whole bunch of harmonicas with me. I see who's playing, and I make buy the guitar player a drink or something. And I say, oh, I play a little harmonica. Oh, why don't you come up and play with us? Now these guys are working in my band now, 20 years later. So it was so easy. That's the thing. It's so simple to do.
Yeah, it is.
Bam. Okay, go on the mic. Bam. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Tune it up. It's easy.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody, when you have such great musicians, it's fantastic. Like even when I came to see you, what was that place? The
Margaritas.
Margaritas,
Yes.
right? And Joe got me up to sing. I did Blue Suede Shoes.
Sure did.
And when I came off the stage, one or two people told me, you guys sound like a band that's been playing together for 20 years.
Wow.
It's only because you got such great musicians.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got the
You know what I
chemistry
mean?
too. The chemistry, man.
The chemistry. I mean, that's it. You have great musicians, and it sounds amazing. People can't believe they said you're not a real, right? I mean, you know what I mean, right, Joe? You get up with people, they're all great.
And that night, my bass player was playing guitar.
Fabrizio.
Plus,
Oh no, Pat.
Pat Fabrizio was on bass.
Right.
Because I had no guitar player that night, so I moved Pat over to play guitar. And I had this other kid sitting in, but we had, like you said, the band knows what to do. You get great guys like Sal, great musicians, and you get a sound. And we do so much of this all over the place.
Yeah.
It develops a life of its own, basically, is what happens. But you got to come out to see it. That's the thing, to see it live.
Well, I want to definitely come out. So
I would
Sal,
love to.
make a
I would
day.
love
We just bring your wife, your daughter, whoever you want to bring. We
Yes.
just go out, make it a day.
It's all fun, and especially the clubs I do work at are really good. That are very family orientated. whatever wherever we wind up playing. It's always, again, the outdoor stuff is always my favorite.
Oh, me
Stuff-
too. I missed the summer for that reason.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Right.
I
And
still
we had a banner summer. We were playing every weekend. I think 4th of July we worked, I think 14 days in a row. Somewhere, some party, some club, some outdoor boardwalk thing. We were everywhere. It was
Did you
great.
ever play catch in Lindenhurst, the Venetian? Did you ever play?
No, I never got there yet.
Oh my God, get there next summer.
I
Get
will.
yourself in because I go there and that's my happy place. They got the
All right.
best
I-
bands in there, and that place is amazing.
I play a lot, Fran, at Captree.
Yeah, I see,
yeah.
and I was gonna go, and I never did this year.
I play there. I found out recently we're going to be we have residency there, meaning we're going to be probably playing there like every weekend
Oh,
next
okay.
summer. So, and it'll be a host of different musicians and special guests. I always have someone from the Sopranos who come down and hang out with us. It's a lot of fun. Sal comes down when he can, as you know. And we got to get you guys out.
I would, if I didn't work on Saturdays, I would come every time because I
What I just said
love
to
it.
you. You don't have you're a big wig there now. You got
Yeah,
you don't
hey,
have
oh,
vacation?
rock and roll. Come on, man.
Really?
I know. Maybe I gotta just quit.
No.
No.
There's vacation days you can take.
Let's get this thing going, Sal. Let's get this thing going so we get
Yeah.
the money coming in. We can go anywhere we want.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I tell
really.
you, I want to hit that cash for life. I need to get $1,000.
Oh, I know.
Cash for life, 1,000 a day.
Yo,
So let's
don't
get-
we all?
So you said Sopranos. So
Yes.
you're good friends with Artie Di Pasqua?
Yes.
Yeah, we're good friends with him too.
Artie
Yeah, he's in a
Pasquale.
lot of movies and stuff right now.
Artie
The
very
one
much-
always got choked. Yeah.
one of
Artie
our,
Pasquale. Artie Pasquale.
little
Oh, I
Steven-
know them guys. Yeah, I remember at the HBO party. I remember Tommy Fontana right after. This was the party for the get together for the 9/11 thing when we got hit with 9/11, and
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Fontana put together a thing at his restaurant, and all the Sopranos were there, all the guys from Oz were there. It was all the HBO people.
Oh, yeah.
I was on
Yeah.
Oz, so it was me,
Yeah.
and they were all the guys from Sopranos. Everybody, what's the name, Mike. I worked with Mike a bunch of times actually. The what's the name, Mike, the nephew, Imperial. How do you say his name?
Really?
Reali?
Yeah. I worked with him in the show called Life on Mars.
Life on Mars. Great show.
Oh
I
wow.
love that show, Sal.
Yeah, I worked on that show a few times, and I
Love
never
that
even saw the
show.
episode. I played the cab driver.
Oh, you're in that? I gotta look. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I never
What
even
a-
seen the episode. I got
What a great series. I can't believe it didn't make it. It was so interesting.
I think it only lasted
They
like
just canned them.
one season, I think.
If
Wow.
that. But
And
yeah, but,
Harvey Keitel, also
Right.
Harvey Keitel was
Oh,
in it.
Harvey Keitel, yeah.
but
I
a lot
worked
of-
in so many things. I forget of some of the stuff I've done.
Sure. But you
Like
can-
Life on Mars. I totally forgot I was in there.
Mhm.
And I never even saw the episode.
You're on Mars now. Never mind.
Yeah.
I've been
Aren't
on
we
Planet
all,
Pluto.
Fran?
He's always
are.
on Mars.
Yes, ma'am. But we always have quite a bit of the cast from The Sopranos show up at the shows all the time. Again, I'm very close. One of my best friends is Bobby Finaro, who played Eugene Pentacova on The Sopranos for 3 seasons. And his famous scene is called the members only scene. That's the guy he played, and he's a great actor. He's got a premiere coming out of his movie Friday night. I forgot the name; it escapes me, but I'm going to be going to see that. Matt Savito, Danny Grimaldi.
Yeah.
Just thinking, Jason Cirabone. A lot of these guys, they all show up at some place or time with one of our shows.
Hey, Joe, let me tell you, Don Q, they already did a premiere for Don Q, I'm sure, right?
Yes, last year. Yes.
Oh, yeah. You probably told me about it. I probably whatever I couldn't make
Yeah,
it. But I remember
A year
you
ago.
mentioning it that was the premiere for that.
Mm-hmm. We did the premiere a year ago, but like I said, it starts streaming November 1st.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait. That's my birthday. I got to watch it on my birthday.
I'm ready for
Look,
you.
I'm going to wake up. There's going to be a harmonica song, Happy Birthday show. Then the same night, I'm going to watch Don Q. So my birthday is going to be all about Killer Joe. Yeah, baby. I'm going to have Killer Joe around me all day.
Right
Hey,
now,
Joe,
like-
where did you get the killer from? Where did that
Okay.
come from? Somebody just
got
said
that.
that to you?
Yes. I was. I used to go and sit and jam with this band. in the Village. Guy by the name of Frankie Paris. I'm sure you know him, Sal.
Oh yeah, I remember Frank. Sure.
Frankie was like this incredible spirit, great singer. He was like 4'0" but had this booming voice. Anyways, I would sit and play harmonica with him, and he started calling me Killer Joe, which is like a relative term in jazz and stuff. And the name stuck. That's it. Everybody started calling me that, and I liked it, and we kept it, and that was it. That everybody knew me as that to this day.
Wow, so cool.
And it stands out too, because I mean, in your pictures, you know, where you're with the harmonica and your arms are filled with muscles and veins are popping out, and you see Killer Joe. It's like, oh my God,
Right
you
now-
know, he looks like a Killer Joe.
Right now, my girlfriend's choking right now. Because of you. Lisa's choking right now.
Lisa's cracking up.
Yes, right now she's like.
Bring her on camera. Let's say hi to her.
No, she's not
Where
here.
are you, Lisa?
She's home. She's
Oh,
not
Oh,
here.
she's home. Okay.
She's
She's watching you.
Yes.
Okay.
Lisa.
Yeah.
But that's how I got the name, and again, the name took fast, and to this day, no matter where I go, that's everybody knows me as Killer Joe.
There she is. She said no.
No.
She's on. There she is.
Lisa, there
No.
goes Lisa.
So, guys, we're about.
We got to give her a special shout. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Her
Go
birthday
ahead.
is
No, go.
Saturday. My girlfriend Lisa's birthday is Saturday.
Oh, happy
Everybody buy her
birthday.
a drink when you see her.
Happy birthday,
Okay.
Lisa.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
I just want to
Yeah,
say,
sing
guys.
a happy birthday on your harmonica.
Oh, I will.
And thank you, Lisa, for videotaping me when I did Blue Suede Shoes with the guys, because
Right.
you didn't do that favor for me. I would never have that footage, you know?
There you go. Yeah.
And that drags my head when that happens. Something great and it wasn't recorded. I'm like, you know, I like to record everything that's great, you know?
Good
And
point.
I would have been a drag if I didn't have that. Thank you.
She said thank you.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday, Lisa. I just want to say, guys, we're about over an hour now, but we can go a little bit longer if you want.
That's up to you guys. I don't know if you got to pay.
It's up to you, technical Gene.
Well, no, I'm good. I'm good till 9 o'clock. So, or before 9. So, you
we
want to
call
add
it-
anything, Joe, to your upcoming things and
Well,
all that other stuff?
Like I said earlier, I got 2 gigs coming up next week on the 26th. I have a nice restaurant in Garden City called Prost. And again, we play the big venues like the ones in Jersey to the smaller ones out here.
Thank you, Lisa.
Great restaurant. I'll be there October 26th, and then Restigio's in Patchogue on November 2nd.
Okay.
And I'm playing right through the end of the year, all over.
So you're busy.
Any weekend.
That club in Patrick, is that on Main Street, that main avenue, that main road?
I just wrote it down, Sal. No.
Yeah.
Give me I can't think of the name of the address.
I love that strip in Patrick where the barbecue is, and there's
Yeah,
a
they got a lot of nice
You
places.
know what, Sal?
Patrick Theater.
If it's not there, it's like right around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that area. It's
And
beautiful.
I got and the 2 movies coming. I got Don Q coming out in 2 weeks. It's going to be on streaming, and a Brooklyn Love Story, which is going to be streaming around Christmas time, and I think it's going to be on the Hallmark Channel as well.
Oh, nice.
Cool. The Hallmark Channel. Wow.
That's
It's a nice
Channel.
story, Fran. You'll appreciate it. It's a nice story that takes place in Brooklyn.
I love
It's
it.
very G-rated kind of thing, and it's based on a true story, where a buddy of mine, the guy who wrote it, John Cortez, wrote it for his father, who owned the farm stand in Brooklyn. It was there for just a few years ago, and he didn't want to sell it. And they were really squeezing him because the real estate was so prime. And this went into a whole bunch of crazy things that happened, and they settled the score with a real tug of war, where the mob gets involved. That's why I play Vinny Pastor's bodyguard. And with the people who are trying to buy the land, we have a tug of war to see who's going to keep the land and the farm stand. And it's a cool movie. And again, it was a kick for me because they used my song.
I love it. I love
Right.
it.
And Lisa
but it's
just said
really
the-
good story.
Lisa just said the name is Medford Avenue. Is that
Oh,
where?
nice.
Yep, Medford Avenue. Yep.
You must be watching. Sal.
Patchwork. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And that what night is that fall on?
Which one now?
The
Medford
one in Patchogue.
Oh, November 2nd. It's in 3 Saturdays, 3 weeks.
Oh, it's a Saturday also.
Yes.
Saturday.
Well, listen, I can't help you because you got to take a night off. It's easy. I don't understand. I always did it.
I know.
And don't forget to pick me up on the way, Sal.
And
Did you
pick
pick
Fran
me
up. And not only that, Sal,
He
you come
forgets
up,
me.
you come see me, Sal. Blue suede shoes is yours, baby.
Yeah,
Ah,
baby.
The man
I like
rock
it.
and roll.
Pat said, "What key?" I said, "I don't know. A, I guess."
Oh.
I said, once he started, I said, "Oh, I hope I could do the A still."
Right.
You know, we used to do
It
the
was
E's
awesome.
and the C's, and these days, and back in the old days, I hit those high notes. But now I'm going to be 64 November 1st,
God
and
bless
it's
you.
like, oh, wait a minute, I better stay in G for now on.
Yeah, you'll bust a vein in your head.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that's come out and see me for sure. But that's what's happening. Again, we got the Little Steven Policeman's Ball coming up in around Christmas time for the fallen guys. I'm looking forward to that. And that's it. And here we are.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
gotta hook you up with next week, Larry Romano from the King of Queens. He's gonna be
Oh.
on.
Okay.
He has a band too. You guys would jam.
Well,
Uh-oh. She must have got a phone call.
He's probably calling her now.
That Gene said, "All right, enough of you." Boom, and press the button. You pressed the button there, Gene. Did
Well,
you? I'm
No,
joking.
I didn't know.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, you guys,
no.
thank you
Yes.
so much for having me. This is great.
Joe,
I-
thank you.
Right into my wheelhouse.
Yeah,
Sal, keep in touch with me. You guys are the greatest. And come out and see me, please.
absolutely, my brother. And Paul Alley. There goes Paul Alley. Hey, Paul, did you hear the shout out we all gave you? We all
Probably.
thank you for the beautiful poster.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
he said that.
Yes. Beautiful.
All right,
All right, you guys.
all right,
Okay.
Joe. Love you,
Good night.
brother.
Joe, take care. Nice meeting you,
All right,
and
you
best
too.
of luck in your career. And just keep
Thank
us.
you. Please
in the
stay in
loop.
touch.
Susie.
All right.
All right.
Good night,
Thank
you guys.
you.
Be safe.
Thank you. Bye bye. So Sal,
It's just me and you, brother.
take us out, Sal. Take us out.
How do I do? Oh, wait, we're still
Back.
live?
Yeah, we're still live. We're
Oh,
gonna-
I thought we were off the air.
No, you know what it was? A customer calls me and I didn't get a circular. You're knocking me off on a podcast at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And you tell me you don't get a circular?
Who was that just now that was remember seeing? Oh yeah, I remember Sal
Susie
Sal singing in
Pickleball
Freeport.
Paddleball.
in Freeport. What was the name
Freeport.
of the place in Freeport? What did I say?
You know this person, Susie Pickleball Paddleball? What is her name?
What's she
It might-
saying?
my glasses. I'm so
What
blind.
happened to Joe? Where'd Joe go?
He
Oh,
said goodbye,
Susie. Okay.
Oh, darn it.
and then you just came back on.
Yeah, because
Margaritas, she
I off
says.
to the phone.
And margaritas. Yes. That's it. That's in Freeport. And we were just talking about that too with Joe. I remember you, Susie. How
She's
you doing?
Joe's friend as well. Welcome, Sue.
Yes, Joe's friend. I think we were sitting at the same table together.
So
Right.
possibly more to come. All right, so we're gonna end it soon, guys. So
Okay.
wrap up tonight's show. It was just it was amazing. Joe was
I thought it
amazing.
was
Killer
great.
Joe
Yeah,
was
he
a
was
killer.
great. He was great.
Absolutely. I told you, man, put your seatbelts on. It was gonna
Oh,
be-
it was a great show. Yeah, you did a great job. Yep.
All right. Okay. Cheers, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Who we have? We have Larry.
Larry
Romano.
Romano next week, everybody. Get ready. He's from the
And
Larry
he's
King
from
Romano
where? Where's he from?
He's from the
Oh.
King of Queens. He actually did the King of Queens. He played Richie on the King of Queens. He's got a band out. He's actually premiering his movie that's coming out. That's going to be, he'll talk about all that next week.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing a lot of fundraisers for cancer and the military and so on. So next week, he's going to be talking about all this. So everybody tune in for that.
Was
Yeah.
Richie the fireman?
Yes.
Oh wow. That's so
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Larry Romano, Richie for the fireman. I love it.
He was also in
I
lockup with
remember him.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
big-
been in.
big
He's
part.
got an impressive IMDb page. He's in a band. He's got a great band. I sent you guys the links of his music and the trailer for his movie that he's going to be. We'll show that next week if we can on there. And his Belmore premiere will be out here in Belmore. So hope
Oh,
you
it's at the Belmore Theater?
yeah,
Oh.
Sal, I want you to come because that'll be great. It's going to be on a
That's-
Friday night.
And the
Wednesday,
movie
Thursday, Friday.
And the movie's called Saturday in the Park.
Saturday in the Park, yes. And Chuck
But we're gonna
Zito's
watch it
in
on Friday in the
Chuck
dark.
Zito's in it. All these people are in it.
But dig it. The movie is called Saturday in the Park, but we're gonna watch it Friday night in the dark.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
if it
baby.
brings the song for Saturday in the Park by Chicago, it's going to be a hit.
Yeah, see? Well, I
I
can't
love
wait
it.
for
I
this.
love it. Thanks, guys.
All
Okay.
right,
Yes,
cheers.
take care, guys.
Take
Ciao,
care.
and see you next week.
See
Have a
you
good
later.
week.
Sounds
Bye.
good.
Bye-bye.